Hello, um, welcome to my channel. This is King, aka the Prince. I'm here to drop a little bit of um, knowledge in your path, nugget of knowledge in your path. Um, the, the lips of wisdom are sealed except to the ears of understanding. I'm going to just talk on the surface. I'm not going to go deep, but I expect the ears of understanding to pick on what I'm trying to say. Today, my video, I'm touching on a question that was asked me. Um, within the week by a colleague, and it was talking about, oh, have you listened to the news? It looks like the world is coming to an end. So the title of this video is why the world is coming to an end in 2024. Yeah. Going through the scriptures, I see they talk about end of time. Um, um, really, when they, in the Torah and Old Testament, when they talk about the end of end of time or end of the world, basically they're really talking about the end of the world in terms of distance, of taking things to the end of the world. They're talking about um with the belief that the world has this earth we're living in as an end. When that's what in a lot of the scripture, that's what they're talking about. That is like actually going to the end of the earth, and maybe um, that's the belief that it ends somewhere. So that is what they're talking about. Other parts of the scriptures, when they talk about the end of, they actually talk about the end of the age, which is translated to mean the end of time. Every 2,000 years is the age. We talk about the age of Aquarius, the age of, we just left the age of Pisces. Now we are in the age of Aquarius. And when Christ was asked about the end of time, he was literally talking about the end of the age of, he was talking about the age of Pisces. And he mentioned that things, because Pisces, age of Pisces is the age of technology, the age of knowledge. That is the age of where things. So he was telling them at the end of this age, people are going to run to and fro. Knowledge shall increase. So, and that is what that's the age of Pisces. That's basically what he's talking about. He's not talking about this world actually coming to an end. He's talking about age. So, entering the age of Pisces, we have another 2,000 years, and we come to the end of an age, and we move to the end, the beginning of another age. So, the translation. That's why I said in my earlier video that this translation actually is a little bit deceptive. So, when you say the end of time, the end of age, the end of time connotes a different meaning from the end of age. So so people are afraid. So when you hear they say it's a year of war, it's a year of, so usually at the end of a particular age, because of the alignment of the planets and planetary bodies and blah blah blah, there's an energy that is operating within this realm, and it brings about some amount of chaos. That's why rumors of war, nation fighting against nation, blah blah blah. No, so but that is just it. It's just after that things go on. But yeah, that is one aspect. It's the end of an age and the beginning of another age. The age of technology. We are flying high in technology. In the last few um 10 or 100, maybe last 100 years or so, our technological achievement has been way, it's so fast, it has been gone, because we're in the age of Aquarius. Our knowledge is expanding, and uh, we are achieving great things. So that is one problem, why one reason why people think the world is going to come to an end. Like, I have to deceive you, sorry, I have to tell you, I'm not going to deceive you, the world is not going to come to an end. It's okay. We talk about the end of ages. Then also we have the narrative of the ruling bodies. They need to spread fear in order to gain control. So our media, our what? So you see, we go from one one narrative to the next. We started from a few years ago. I don't know if if you can recall, we started from having disease, threat of this disease. We have HIV coming. It's gonna, oh, the world is gonna come to an end. The world is not come to an end. Then we have another disease come out. Oh, the world is gonna come to an end. It's not gonna come to an end. Then we have this war in Afghanistan. We have this war in Iraq. We have this war in Syria. We have this war, and the media spread this narrative, and people get so much afraid. Then we now had the war in Ukraine. Then we also had the COVID that, oh, actually everything came to an halt, and people thought that that was it. We are not going to recover from it. But what happened the following year? We're back to ourselves. Streets are moving. Everything. People have even forgotten that COVID. People have forgotten about the lockdown that they thought was the end of the world. So this narrative needed to be spread. They need to come up with continuously. Those people, the leaders that are in this court and this society, they need to feed on the fear of the people, and for them to have the control and have the power. So these are things that are going on. Apart from the translation, and we have in the scriptures talking about the end of the time instead of the end of age. And we also have the people that are capitalizing on the fact of those mistranslation and putting the fear on people, that people thinking that the world is going to come to an end. The world is not going to come to an end. The world has been like that. Even one of these religious bodies, there's a saying that's saying, now it is going to be the world, and ever it's going to be a world without end. Certain people know the truth that this world is going to continue. We're going to go from one age to the other, and from the next to the other. But as for the idea of what happens when we die, what happens to those that have died in the past, or what will happen to those that will die in the future? Where are we going when we die? What is going to happen to us? That is a topic for another video I'm going to bring out. But for now, really, I'm sorry to disappoint you. The world is not going to come to an end. In 2024, neither in 2025, neither in the next 10 years, neither in the next 20, 100 years, it's not going to, life is going to go on. So I encourage you, friends, brothers, and sisters, to not be afraid. Don't be afraid. You have no reason to be afraid. And so you see the narrative that is spread, and that is what is bringing fear. Our fathers, they knew, they know what happens at death. That's why they were really not afraid, because death is really not the end. Don't be afraid. The world is not coming to an end. It is a narrative that is being spread to cultivate fear in people. It is a narrative that is as a result of error translation. Even in the New Testament, if you go, it is an error in the translation. The translation is the end of age, the end of an age in the New Testament, and all through the Old Testament. All through the first 5,000 years in the Old Testament. There's no mention about or the word called but in the New Testament, when the Messiah was being asked, he was describing, he was talking about the end of an age. A translation tells you this is the end of time, and that's where we're having this misunderstanding. So yeah, like I said, you're welcome to my channel. I know it's going to be tough to understand. You have a lot of questions. Put your questions right below, and I'll try to answer them. If you have comment, put your comment below. Yes, it's difficult. Our media, our television, we listen to them. That's the narrative they're bringing about, talking about, but really, it's not the end of the world. My name is King, aka the Prince. This is difficult. I usually don't want to go into political things, but it also has a tone, religious tone to it. I try much not to delve into politics. I'm more about spirituality, religion, and how it affects our way of life. But that question really got me thinking, and I decided to do this video and to help people get a little bit of clarity. Like I said, I'm not going to go too deep in this, to get a little bit of clarity and understanding, and to help people overcome the fear. Nothing is going to happen. So thank you very much for listening to me, and see you in my next video. You're welcome.